What is going on, guys? Ultimate Deadpool here, back with another video. I know it's been a while since my last one, so just to catch you guys up real quick, I have finished Daredevil Season 3. I'll do a review about that later. And I have seen Halloween Ends. We'll do a review on that later. But for now, for today, I've got two and a half minifigures in front of you. One of which you guys, or two of which you guys have been begging for me for the longest time, and the third one I just figured, you know what the hell. So anyway, we're gonna go through these guys one by one, and I'll explain how they were done, what they started out as, and kind of go from there. Since apparently some of you guys seem to like the I guess history lesson on how some of my figures came to be. Speaking of which, at some point I'm going to do an entire Lego Star Wars collection video. I'm currently trying to build up my Lego Star Wars collection. I have a pretty decent amount of minifigures right now, but I'm trying to fill up an entire section on this. There's a display base over off camera here. I'm trying to fill that up, and once I do, we'll go through the whole thing, and you guys can see my whole Lego Star Wars collection, including the custom characters like this that I've had to do. But most of the stuff that all the stuff I have is actual officially licensed characters, except for like maybe 5. So, but other than that, everything else is officially Lego licensed and everything else and blah 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 blah. So without further ado, let's go ahead and just jump right into things, starting with obviously the one that everybody wants to see first. Okay, so starting off the video is the one that's only half done. As you can tell, this is supposed to be Matt Murdock. If you haven't guessed that already, it's supposed to be Matt Murdock. His face is going to get redone, and his torso is obviously going to get redone. And his little stick, I don't know exactly what you call those, so for those of you who know what the particular, I don't want to be mean and say the blind stick, but for those of you who know what that particular thing is called, please let me know, so that way I can call it by its appropriate name whenever I use Matt Murdock in videos. But I have the design for Matt ready. I just haven't cut it out and stuck it to the minifigure yet. So hopefully that'll be happening either tomorrow or sometime this weekend. I'm not going to do a review or update video on this character. You'll see him whenever he shows up in videos. But just as a start, this is the start for Matt Murdock. So that this is also intent. The reason I didn't finish it is so that way you guys can see like what they start off looking like. Some of these guys do. This is what most of these characters end up looking like. I just take random pieces that I don't need anymore and kind of just go from there. So let's keep going. Alright, next up we've got Daredevil. Now this is supposed to be the Daredevil design from Season 2. Obviously I threw a couple of flares in there, like the arms and legs are my own custom designs. But the torso is a direct copy from the show. I did lighten up the red just a little bit. I may actually change that a little bit because it doesn't really look that good on that bright red figure, because it was supposed to be on like that Iron Man darker red, but since I had to custom make the helmet, it just the red that I had just was way too bright, so I just kind of did the suit a little bit brighter, which is not bad, but I don't know. And then his Daredevil's it's the rope thing. I don't know exactly what they call it. I don't really remember what they call it, but I'm just gonna call it Daredevil's crime fighting staff. Is there? The helmet is actually a modified Batman cowl. Obviously, I shaved the ears off and then used epoxy putty to form the horns on his head as best I could. And unfortunately the helmet does look like crap, but that's just because of the epoxy putty not being 100% smooth, and I did try to smoothen it out. It just didn't work all that well. And then when I painted it, it just kind of, yeah. I'll try to fix that at some point, but for now, this is not that bad. The legs are from the Dark Knight Batman trilogy. I think it's the Batman Begin legs, and then the arms are just modified Ant-Man arms. Other than that, the rest of the character is pretty much the exact same thing from the show, or as close to it as I could get. So, on to the next character. Alright, so this next character is more of a, not really a custom Star Wars character. I've seen some concepts and stuff like this. This is supposed to be what if Anakin was actually won on Mustafar and was not burnt alive, or at least wasn't burnt alive. This is kind of what I've seen some people do. Now, this is my original design. I've seen a couple of other people do something similar to this. They'll take the actual Anakin robes and like darken them up a bit, take the brown out entirely, make it all black, and then give him some of the Darth Vader shoulder armor, or something that looks very similar to it, kind of like what they did in the first few seasons of the Clone Wars show, which I still have yet to finish. But I decided to take a little bit different route. I kind of did basically the same similar concept. I took actual official Lego Anakin Skywalker robes and changed the brown tones to more of like a bluish gray. So it's a little hard to see on the figure because of how it was printed. It was printed off a laser jet. So it's a little bit harder to see, but actually in real life, it does look more like a bluish gray, which is what I was looking for. And then I took the official Legos Darth Vader shoulder armor and placed it on the front and back of this figure. Gave him a chrome red lightsaber, just because I think chrome lightsabers are still the best. I wish they had continued those, and I wish they'd start making custom hilts. I mean, there's so many different hilts out there, but Lego just decides that now we're going to stick with the one that's looks exactly like Obi-Wan Kenobi's, just because it's so easy to do. And I mean, hell, they've given custom hilts to, I think it's Asajj Ventress and Count Dooku, and that's about it. And I think, and the Inquisitors, that's about it. every other lightsaber wielding character has the same generic freaking lightsaber, and it's not a bad mold. I wish they would hurry up and update it, or give each, or like the mainstream Jedi, like Yoda, Anakin, Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, Palpatine, Darth Maul, give those characters their particular mold, like they did with Count Dooku. But anyway, back to the custom parts of this character. He does have two faces. One is the yellow eyes with the frown face. And then there's another one. Let's see if I can get it. There we go. There's another one that it's like a combination of the original yellow eyes face when they first did this particular look. And I think that's the same mouth that the newest yellow-eyed Anakin face has. So both of his faces are Sith eyes, and he's got the standard Anakin Skywalker hairpiece, and then I think he's got Palpatine legs. I ended up having an extra Palpatine lying around somewhere, but I still can't find his torso, which is pissing me off, but that's okay. I couldn't find his torso, but I was able to use the legs off of that Palpatine. So this is basically if Anakin Skywalker was not burned on Mustafar. Maybe he didn't kill Obi-Wan Kenobi, but he definitely was able to survive or not be, sliced up by Obi-Wan, and basically killed the Emperor and became, basically, think of this more as like Emperor Anakin, essentially. But that's technically what this is supposed to be. It's supposed to be basically Darth Vader without being Darth Vader. It's a fun concept I've seen online. from fans and whatnot, and I thought I'd go ahead and tackle that. I personally think it looks really decent, pretty decent for what it is. But let me know what you guys think of this design. Do you guys like this version of Lego Anakin? Do you want to see him in other videos? I already have at least one video that I have planned for him, basically kind of introducing my version of this character into the fan-based universe. But anyway, that's pretty much it for this video. Like I said, I'm trying to get more Star Wars figures so that way I can do a Star Wars minifigure review, or I guess collection review or whatnot. I know I said I was going to do Kruger in October. Too much extra stuff has come up. Haven't had time to do it. Hopefully that'll come out before too much longer. And I also know I said I was going to do Gravity Man and stuff around Christmas time. Again, that's probably going to have to get pushed back and delayed for a little bit. But I promise you those movies and stuff are coming. I just need to get some time to actually do them. I have so much financial shit to deal with right now. I'm trying to get my truck finished because I'm just tired of walking out there and seeing it beat up, essentially, because there's dents on the back of it that are driving me crazy that I did not put there. So just bear with me for a little bit, and hopefully before too much longer I will be able to do Gravity Man and Kruger, because I know those are probably the big videos that people want to see. And this is all stuff I'll put on my polls now that I'm actually able to do that now. So thank you, YouTube, for letting me able to post stuff in my community now. That's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. For those of you who actually did watch this video to the end, I do appreciate that. If you guys did not watch this video, that's fine. But let me know what you guys think of these characters. Like I said, we're gonna go ahead and cut this real quick, and then you guys will be able to see all three characters back, and you guys can tell me what you think about them. And there you have it, guys. So there's all three minifigures. Well, again, 2.5, because Matt Murdock is not quite finished yet, but I promise he will get there this weekend, or hopefully this weekend. So thank you guys again so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys all later on Ultimate Deadpool. Peace out, you guys are awesome, and I'll catch you guys all later. Bye.